I love studying about the law of attraction. I want you to think of the law of attraction as also the law of attention. Because have you ever noticed that when you put your attention on something, that it happens, right? That's what the law of attraction is. And anything that I've put my attention on, my complete attention, and have not gotten distracted has always manifested. I think back in my life on the different things that I have done that with. When I was 18 years old, I put my attention on illustrating a children's book and getting it published, and I did it. I put my attention on going and modeling in Tokyo, Japan when I was 17 and doing it by a certain date, and I did it. And I had one of the most amazing experiences of my life living in another country and working and just having fun in the fashion industry. And I had so many life experiences that I learned there that were amazing and empowering to me, that have helped me progress in my adulthood. Even putting my attention on my husband and marrying him. And for those of you who know that story, it's a very interesting story, but it was a 5-year process of attention, I guess, but for another time. And my art collections, when I put my attention on them, they just became reality. The Miracle of America book, my oil business, Cali's, just everything I've put my attention on has manifested. Law of attraction at work. So I want you to also think of this too. Because one of the things with the law of attraction or the law of attention is that you can easily get it distracted and you can easily stop the vibrational flow or frequency to it by putting your attention on things that you really have no business in putting your attention on. Like, for example, having an opinion on something. If that thing that you're looking at and having an opinion on has nothing to do with what you are attracting and putting your attention on to manifest in your life, you have no business having an opinion about it. And this is why. Because that opinion takes that vibrational frequency away from where you're focused. You start scattering your vibrational frequency, if that makes sense. And if you're not aware what vibrational frequencies are, you'll need to go back and listen or watch some of my other videos or audios. But your vibrational frequency, and I'll give you just a little bit here so you can be on board with us, is an energy or an electrical wave that comes from you, comes from your heart, and it's determined by the thoughts and feelings. So your thoughts and emotions together creating a feeling. And that feeling puts out that vibrational frequency. It's a magnet and pulls back to you what you're feeling. Your thoughts go out and create, and your feelings bring back. So in understanding this was a huge aha to me, because I could picture, one of those circus performers where they're spinning plates and they have to start with, one plate. And he starts spinning it. And it's going really good. And then he adds a second and a third and possibly a fourth. And, spinning 4 plates isn't too bad. But then he keeps on adding and adding and adding to it. And next thing you know, he's got 20 plates spinning and he's running back and forth across the stage. And one starts to wobble and it starts to fall. And he goes and he saves it. And then the next one. And before you know it, he can't run back and forth enough times and fast enough to save all the plates, and eventually one crashes and the next and the next, and then they all crash. And, maybe he has 1, 2, or 3 of them that continue to stay up because he can continue keeping those going. And that was a perfect visualization for me on what it's like in doing too much, in putting your attention in too many different places, and in having an opinion about something that has nothing to do with what your attention and your working on it and what you're attracting. What ended up happening is he ended up with a bunch of broken plates, a bunch of broken glass everywhere, and he was back to, 1 to 4 plates, and they may or may not have been the ones he started out with. And that may or may not be a good thing, or it may be a good thing and maybe a bad thing. If you would have just stuck with those couple things at one time without getting overwhelmed and without spreading that vibrational frequency in other areas, he would attract and have what he wanted and what he pictured sooner. You know, and I feel like that's my life at times too, because I have a tendency to want to do and be everything. A lot of women in our society nowadays are like that too, because we want to be and do and have all, right? By learning how to manifest, you can be and have all without having to do all, which is really nice, because it's impossible to do all by yourself. But when we put to work manifesting the law of attraction and the law of attention, we can be everything we picture ourselves being. And we can have everything we picture ourselves having. But we don't necessarily have to do everything. We need to make it easier on ourselves. We need to start eliminating, getting rid of the things that make us weak. And one of those things that make us weak are putting our attention or our opinion in areas that have nothing to do with your business at hand. That could be your life that you love. It can be the home life, the happy family, the happy self, the abundant business that brings in plenty of money but doesn't take all of your time. You can manifest anything that you want in life by understanding and knowing how to use the law of attraction, the law of attention in your favor, and how to eliminate what makes you weak, what holds you back. I hope that this has been helpful learning and understanding that you can apply it in your own life and live the life you love. I will see you soon. Have a fabulous, amazing day.